Oh,
I'm trying to make some more positive changes. I'm trying to curse a little bit less. I'm trying to be a better example for the kids. I mean, I know there's not a lot of kids on Twitch, so
yeah. Considering that this is a mature stream and all,
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna curse, but I'm trying not to do it as much. I'm not like it's okay to do this sometimes, but you got to moderate it. You can't just be dropping f-bombs every 20 seconds. That's it kind of loses its luster after that. More like a fine seasoning that you add on a sentence to enunciate something.
Brush this.
I'm sure chat would agree with me on that one. All right, let me find out why my thing is. Give y'all a good look at my nose, and no, it defocuses as I. Okay.
It's focusing on your chin.
Yeah, focus. There we go. If I move it right slowly, it does it. Okay, that fixed it. Okay, so I have to move slowly and try not to back away from the camera too quickly. Okay.
All right, so now I get the fun task of going through all of these steps that I generated, finding where those pieces were that I took out, and putting them back in. Blue Sky Dragon, hello there.
Yeah, I was working on a little project earlier. Actually, I can probably pull it out. So give me just a second. I'll get it out. I'm working with limited pieces on this, but I think I did something pretty cool here. So, like I said, working with limited parts, but I'm just like trying experimental stuff with like wall design and whatnot. That's not really experimental because it's kind of copying stuff that's been in official Lego sets for a minute, but I put my own little twist on it with masonry bricks. Whoops. Pull this up. All right, there we go.
Back, copy and paste, and drop that bad boy right there.
So far with the experimentation, this is what I got.
Okay. That's some good texturing there.
Yeah, so like they do it on the medieval town square, like this kind of like design philosophy or like build philosophy, except for this window. This window is kind of my own spin on it so far. But with the masonry bricks instead of a normal brick, I thought it would add a little bit of extra spice on there. Which it kind of does.
Oh, good.
And like I built a counterpart. It's kind of like within the same like dimensions, kind of. So it follows the pattern with the ingrains and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of bored earlier, just kind of snapping something together, and that's what I ended up doing, and I ended up making 2 of them. But I need to get some more of those, these snap bricks here, if I'm going to do something, because I think if I could get the parts, I could build something really cool. I mean, I know I can build something really
cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you something here. So I was talking with Green RAJ28 the other day, and he told me about this guy on Instagram, Range Hall. This guy does some amazing texturing.
Oh, those houses though. What?
Yeah. Like,
wait, there's a post right beside that one. What was that? That looks like wall texturing. What is he? No, not that one. There's that one like right. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I see how he's doing it. It's like snot, but it's like layered snot, which is.
Yep. Yeah, like look at all of those different pieces.
So those walls have got to be at least like 2 studs thick.
Yep, they're 2 studs thick.
Yeah. Why is nobody? I mean, he's probably not the first one to think of that, but he's probably one of the first to master it at that level. That is insane.
Yep, and look, windows with turnable parts.
And the crazy thing is, it looks great, and I don't think it would be all that hard of a technique to like replicate either. To just like make incredible castle builds. I like what he's doing with those fence pieces there to make like kind of a stained glass thing.
Yeah.
I need to get on Lego Instagram more. I don't look up Lego on Instagram very much. For whatever reason. I don't know why.
I am down 1 box, Maiku.
Ooh, nice.
27 more to go.
Oh, dude, he's using like bars and stuff to put in there too.
Yep. Yeah, he's going all out. Yeah, so like if you look at like a lot of his houses and stuff, like they're not meant for you to really be able to see inside. Like the outside is the work of art.
Yeah.
Do they do that on purpose? Is it just because it's easier, I guess, or is it?
Well, it's because of how complicated the build techniques are.
Yeah, these have got to be like purely display pieces.
Yeah. So like look at the back of this wall here, Grand Admiral Quack.
Oh wow!
I just like a speed champions
Yep.
type thing. Like that, like he's bringing speed champions build philosophies into castle stuff, which is what?
That's awesome.
Look at this.
Yeah, that is insane.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't like that's like pioneering. Is that a Lego build?
That is Lego.
Hey,
What?
Maiku, is it possible to move the or the label for my thing to the right side?
What do you mean?
No, the name on it is it's like covering his face. Like his name tag.
I don't know. Is it? If not, I'll mess with my scene.
Here, let's see. That's dynamic camera grid. No, that resizes people. Edit name. Display. No, it looks like it's all down in that one corner.
Okay, no worries. Let me mess around with it real quick.
I don't know where I put my phone. Let me find that.
There, on the duck.
Yeah, I gotta find it real quick. Let's see what we done.
We're poking around on the interwebs, at some ridiculous mock work for buildings and Lord of the Rings and stuff.
I'm gonna give the bag of chips.
Yeah, like this one here, like he's got stuff upside down, sideways, vertical, horizontal, and at angles.
Oh, why? Why did that happen? Why? Ow.
Oh yeah, I never switched over.
Mm.
Let me go back over to right screen.
Sorry if that was loud on y'all's end. I stubbed my toe on the way back in.
I just heard whys. Why?
Yeah. No, I was like coming back into my room and like just in the threshold before I get to the door, like there's a little kind of like a four-way intersection between my living room, a closet, my bathroom, and my room. And then that like just like crossing that threshold into that, I stubbed my toe. Doing that. Not my big toe, like the one that's like not the small one, but like the one just to the side of that.
Yeah.
Man, I apparently hit so hard I chipped the nail. Ooh, okay. No wonder that hurt so much.
Look at that. One of the elephants.
Ooh.
Is this the same guy?
Pretty.
Yeah, this is the same guy.
Is there anything this guy can't do? Apparently,
he's got the Hobbit home right there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Apparently, the only thing he can't do is just normal brick stacking.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't do sets. I make my own sets.
Yeah, I can't just put one brick on top of the other. It's got to be sideways.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, dude.
Like,
What pieces? What are those pink pieces? Is that actual Lego?
they're umbrellas. They're the
They are.
transparent umbrellas.
That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen that part. Is that like an old part?
I
All right,
don't.
Mama Duck.
And then here's like a boat sinking in.
He does
Dude,
tutorials?
That's more of a perspective piece, too. That's impressive.
Yeah. See, and he shows you how to build the lanterns.
That is sick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at that and seeing the things he used, and I'm still like, huh?
Yeah, so he's using a chain to go
Oh,
around,
I see what he did now.
and then that is going to clip onto the top of this piece right here. And then this stud here is going to go underneath into this dome here, right? Maybe with this on top of it, right? And then these two pieces are going to go on the outside studs here, and then this bar is going to slide down into this dome piece here.
Yeah.
And then it'll put it all together.
That is crazy, and that's is basic. No, apparently he does brick stacking. I stand corrected.
Yeah, just one stud connection and slightly turned for some of these pieces here.
Wow. Purely display pieces, unless he found a way to lock them in somehow even further.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Lego released a pirate ship set like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
when was the last time they did that?
With my
Pirate
black,
set.
I did some of this kind of stuff with the hinge bricks and things.
I mean, I think it was they did like Pirates of Barracuda Bay, but that was more like a crash ship rather than a sinking ship. But I'm talking about the design philosophy that they had going on in the back of the ship itself. Just imagine if Lego just released a whole ship that's that dense. Pirate friends would freak out.
The Lego table.
I'm shocked they haven't decided to do any pirate sets at all. I wonder if that's going to be something they're going to do in the next few years, or if it's.
I mean, we have the Eldorado Fortress,
is.
which is technically one.
I mean, but is that one we can mass buy? Is that on the site? Because I don't remember seeing that on the site.
Eldorado Fortress, the remake?
Yeah. Is it a rebrick?
No, they did an official Eldorado. Mike, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, they redid the fortress. Yes.
Yeah, there's also a creator pirate ship that's apparently pretty good.
Yeah, we got the 3-in-1 pirate ship.
Which I should maybe pick that one up. I don't know. I haven't really ever been a big fan of Lego Pirates, but I mean, maybe I should give it a try.
So this one, this ship right here.
I think
you have Black Pearl, and you made custom cannons for it.
Yep,
that's a good build.
She has 3 decks. She has exactly the amount of cannons that the actual Black Pearl from the movie has on it and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. It's almost minifig scale. Almost. It's just slightly smaller.
She's a pretty one, that's for sure.
Oh, this is an expensive build right here.
How much was it, Mike? I can't remember what you said. It was a lot, wasn't it?
$1,270.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
4,518 pieces. Now, that being said, the expensive parts are the ship mast pieces, and then these black hull parts.
That makes sense because those are not pieces you see very often in Lego, let alone in the black color.
We're going to turn on Droid Cam here for just a sec, because for move out of the way. Thank you. I need you gone. So for $30 on Temu, we picked up
$30 on Temu.
Black Pearl, right? And it comes with the hull pieces. So while they're not official Lego, I now have the hull pieces needed.
You know what? I'm not even mad about it. I'm more of a Lego purist, but you know what? I'm not mad about that. How much did the whole piece cost on
when parts
Bricklink?
get ridiculously stupid like that, sometimes there are compromises. that
How
have
much
to-
was that piece?
So that black hole part, yes, Mama Duck.
Like you probably mentioned it, but I kind of probably just blanked it out.
Go in here and edit. So upper one is $30 by itself. Lower one
Yeah,
is
that's
20.
yeah, that's $50 for 2 parts, just two
Yep.
pieces of plastic, basically.
Yep.
As much as we love Lego here, the reality is those bricks are just pieces of plastic.
Yes.
ASB, baby.
Very cool pieces of plastic, but still singular pieces of plastic, unless you get like electronic parts or mind storms motors and stuff like that. Or it gets more complicated there. But
Yeah. And see, and it's like I could have taken this a step further and just designed my own front end of the hull, and I could have made the boat a little bit wider
yeah,
and everything, and a little bit longer, and then you would have been able to use the actual pirate cannons.
yeah. Speaking of which, I need to keep up better with Lego Star Wars, because apparently they just released and are releasing some very cool sets. They have a set
Yeah.
with Moff Gideon and that black Mandalorian armor. And when I saw that episode, I was like, God, Lego, please do a minifigure of that, because that armor,
And
like the season or not, but that armor he had on was dope, dude.
Oh yeah.
see, the one I'm really looking at is the Star Destroyer because it comes with Cal Kestis from Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order.
Yeah, they're doing
That I
another
just saw today.
scale Star Destroyer, which is awesome.
And that one's 150, right? For the Cal Kestis one.
It's about 160.
Yeah,
I think.
150, 160, something like that.
Yeah, I think
But,
Amazon has it listed for like
Critical price.
$159.99.
Today.
When does that get
I would
released?
love to get that set because the TIE Interceptor is my favorite variant of TIE. I don't know why, but it just looks so good.
See, and this is my favorite variant of TIE. I think we've talked about this on stream.
The Defender. Yeah.
Yep. And
It's
of
a
course,
cool one.
this build is Jarek.
Yeah, from
This is mod.
Brick Vault. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, I wonder if they've uploaded anything recently. I used to watch that channel all the time. I still watch them from time to time, but I don't think they upload as much as they used to anymore though.
Yeah.
Like they used to do mock reviews and stuff like that, and that's how you get like introduced to like some of the ridiculously talented builders in the community
anymore. They primarily only do their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah.
Did you get the Shinha T E-Wing critical price?
Oh.
Yeah, I love that build.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you
this
can modify it a little bit.
is minifigure scale.
Yeah, it's a very good set on its own.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of modifications you can make to it, but yeah,
Well, and so like my mod, I did the mods to it, so the pilot can actually sit upright in it like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit thinner here in the body, and then the landing gear collapses better on it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Lego has really stepped up their game when it comes to designing the ships.
Yeah,
like the builds
They're
for
probably
them.
they're probably taking note of some of the mockers that have been doing a lot of actual ship and stuff builds.
Yeah, and I think some of the Speed Champions designers were like, I think I kind of want to do Star Wars a little bit. I think that's also another thing that's been going on.
Yep.
Because and a few of the newer ships that I've built, I've seen kind of some of that DNA.
Well,
it's speaking through a little bit.
I will tell you this, that this is the only other official Lego build that is roughly minifigure scale.
The Y-Wing from 2016, the Rogue One.
Well, this isn't the. Is it Rogue One? No,
It is Rogue One. I can tell because of the droid with the top, because I have that set. Droid with the clear head.
Only issue with this set the engines need to be that big.
Yeah. I will say about that Y wing though, especially that build of that Y wing, that is a bad bitch right there. That is a very good build for a set.
Yeah, that is like their only other like play set that is actually pretty much minifig scale. I think it's like 2 studs short.
I mean, that would be too hard of a modification to make to fix it. Though.
Well, I mean, if you make the engines bigger like they're supposed to be, it'll make up the difference.
Yeah. And yeah, apparently they're also doing Captain Rex's Y-wing as a microfighter with Captain Rex in it.
The Venator.
That'll be cool.
I know a lot of people are kind of freaking out that they're including that minifigure, but I'm glad that I don't have
Are they
the same exact figure, right? Arm printing and all. I'm happy personally that they're doing it because I didn't want to have to pay $600 just to get it. I mean, if I was going to buy that set, it's because I want the Venator, which I do, but I also want that Captain Rex minifigure.
You know how much space that sucker takes? Oh my god, you almost need a room for it itself.
You know what room
it is huge.
Have? You know what I don't have room for? A Venator.
More Lego.
Oh my goodness. Like, all right, you know, since we're still on Droid Cam here.
Yeah,
it's just
stacking up. Realize Lego is a pretty expensive hobby.
Yep. And it's just stacking up. It's just going to keep going up.
Oh my god!
And
I mean, if you need to get rid of them to clear up some room, you know,
because
you know, your boy a few.
That shelf is full. Yeah. All of those shelves are full.
No. I still see some surfaces of shelf. You can fit more.
Dude, I want that Avengers Tower.
Yeah, no, that Avengers Tower is pretty sick. Yeah, I had to move all of my mock speed champs over here.
Oh wow!
Because you know there was just not enough room on the shelves for them.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, my philosophy when it comes to this displaying Lego is if there's still like visible surface on my shelf, I can fit one more in there some way somehow.
Well,
whether it's a minifigure or something.
So behind this lamp here, let's raise that. So there are Lego sets stacked on top of each other, all back in here.
Oh wow!
And then all back over here, they're all just stacked on top of each other, all back in here.
I mean, I've seen things people do like with like Star Wars ships and just like Lego space ships in general. They like do something and they just like kind of hang them from the ceiling somehow.
Yeah,
that's something you consider.
Cool.
You need to talk to Hagar about that.
Does he do that?
Master at hanging stuff from the ceiling.
My gosh!
Yeah, that's why I brought it up because I was like, is that something you're planning to do?
No.
Okay.
No. I've got.
I imagine it would help a lot with space, though.
Yeah. Do you have to do anything special to be able to do that?
Huh?
Do you have to do anything special to hang them? Like, or is you just using fishing wire and?
So you're using a certain tension fishing line, along with either a metal hook into a beam in the ceiling, depending upon how heavy the set is.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of carpentry involved in it.
Because some of the sets aren't light.
And if you're like me and you live in an apartment, it's probably a no-go.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, and I mean, but if you live in an apartment, it's like they're not going to get mad at you for putting a hole in the wall to hang something if you fix it before you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, like when I do leave here, I'm not going to get my security deposit back anyway because apparently it's just on the contract.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, right? Is they tell you if you clean up the place and you'll get your security deposit back, but they don't. They never.
They're always gonna find some little small thing and blame it on you.
There was actually a gal on YouTube. She rents Airbnbs where she travels, and so she did, and she kept getting like 4-star like reviews from the places that she rented and never gets her security deposit back, right? Even though she goes through and she thoroughly cleans everything, right? So she's like, I'm going to put this to the test, right? She's like, I'm going to rent an Airbnb and I'm not even going to stay in it,
Yeah.
right? She didn't stay in it. She went back home. And the only area that she stepped foot in was the yard, and that was to pick up a couple of things of trash and stuff like that that had blown in from like the street or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't get her security deposit back, and they gave her a 4-star rating saying that things were dusty inside and
It's a house. It's
Like,
not a clean room.
She didn't dust all my things for me.
Yep. And it's like, and it just goes to show that it's like, it doesn't matter what you do, they're never going to give that back, because
Yeah,
that's
it kind of seems
Right.
like especially with something like that, if you can like prove that it was like the way you found it when you got in there, it seems like you should be able to like do a lawsuit or something. Like that's essentially
Well,
just
you can really prove it.
yeah,
I mean,
like
you
if
really
you can
just have
prove
to
it
prove
beyond a shadow of a doubt, I mean, like that. Yeah, they
Now,
just blatantly lied
you're
to
like
the deposit.
Well, if you're like a YouTuber too, you can just videotape your whole stay there and put it up as a video and be like, here's my proof. Please refund.
Yeah, that would be definitive proof there. Of course, they could be like, oh well, in between like takes when she was doing the video, she actually stayed. They could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
see, if she had like the timestamps to prove like where she was
That too, yeah.
in between, then they've got no leg to stand on.
Yeah, like if she decided to do a lawsuit with that much evidence, and like it would kind of teach a lesson more than anything. It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like, hey, stop lying so you can just blatantly take money from people.
What are you talking about? Humans don't learn. They adapt. They'll just come up with new schemes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so what'll end up happening is if she ever rents from that person again, if she were to have taken them to court, they will give her security deposit back, but everybody else, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy.
They're not part of the class action lawsuit.
Yeah, it's crazy the lengths some people will go for just like a little bit of extra money. I'm talking like pennies. So, like, say for example, so I'm in the National Guard, right? We had drill this weekend. We're all Army, we're buddies, we're close, and we're about to deploy. Like, so, like, these are people I'm gonna have to rely on. Like, say we go to a war zone or something like that, which we're not, but say that happens. These are the people I'm gonna have hold my like cover me, like have my back. I'm gonna have to trust them. And somebody stole something out of somebody's purse, apparently, at the drill. Like I think it was like money or something like that. But that's. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not even worried about it because I like helping people anyway." And I'm like, "No, you should worry about it. Like, I get that you're not like stressing, but here's the thing: these are our battle buddies, people we are going to possibly go to war with. So it's a big deal because now, like, these are people I've got to trust without a shadow of a doubt. Now, how do I know these people aren't going to be stealing from me, screwing me over behind my back while on the deployment? I can't trust now. That just got broken. And I put that in the group chat, and people were like, I think you're freaking out. Like, I know I'm blowing it out of proportion a little bit right now, but that's beside the point. The point is what I just said.
It's the point of it's the fact of the matter. Like, if you're going to basically have to trust someone and then people are just going to like steal from you like that, I mean, who's to say that they won't pop a shot off accidentally and be like, well, instead of, securing my area, I'm going to dip set out and he can take, Critical and take the hit for it or something like that,
Yeah, like how can I trust you? Like say there's two of us keeping watch and like we have to sleep in shifts. How am I gonna be able to trust you to not also fall asleep while I'm taking my nap?
Yeah. We're being honest, be like, hey, I need you to do something for me because I'm sorry, you have to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust them.
Yeah, but let that be a lesson to you guys. Just because somebody's in the military, it does not mean they're a good person.
This is true. Because I know when I joined, there were people in my basic training that they were given the option of go to jail or join the
Yep.
military.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't happen a whole lot now. Don't get that twisted, folks. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often now. But back in the day, yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah,
Well, it was
'Cause
just common
they were
draft, right?
their numbers were hurting for the military, you know, and so it was like to get people in, it was like, hey, you can either serve some time in prison or you can go join the military.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting that way now. Our recruitment numbers are apparently hurting. I can't imagine why, but yeah, our recruiting is suffering a little bit. I got a buddy. He's a recruiter for active duty. He's trying to get me to go active duty, which I'm thinking probably after this deployment we're going to run, I'm going to possibly see if I can do that. As far as what that'll mean towards streaming and all that, and we'll see what happens. But I mean, also good news, kind of. I've got a buddy that I talked to at Drill who just happens to have an extra graphics card. He's got a 3060 Ti.
Ooh.
So if it's not a 3090, but he's
Hey, it'll get the job done.
yeah, if he's saying
yeah.
he's gonna ship it to me. I mean, he hasn't sent me a message or anything yet asking for my address, but